Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program, brought to you by WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Matt Gillespie.
And I'm Jackson DiCarlo. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we'll have the local news, the weather, sports, and international news. But first, for campus news. Play on Words will be hosting a virtual open mic night this Saturday, allowing for students to showcase their talents. Anyone is able to showcase their art, whether it's poetry, singing, storytelling, or anything in between. All platforms are welcome. This is a great opportunity to check out the talent that Fredonia's campus has to offer, so be sure to check it out. Fredonia's Weekend Hangout Activities will be hosting a relaxation crafts event to de-stress this Saturday at 7 p.m. to unwind from a week of midterms. With multiple crafts that will be available to all students in the Williams Center NPR, you won't want to miss out on this fun night of creativity. All throughout the weekend, a number of student recitals will be hosted virtually for all to attend. Each recital brings new and exciting music for you to experience, so be sure to check out the Fredonia events page online to check out all of the recitals that you can attend.
Thank you, Matt. Today we have a wild, extended game of trivia planned for you wonderful listeners, along with some fantastic segments such as Just the Facts and the Weekly Chat.
Let's start with our local news, prepared by Topher Elkins, and sports prepared by Josh Schmitt, along with weather updates prepared by Jules Hoepting. What's going on in the news, Topher?
An employee at 97 Rock, a Buffalo radio station, has been fired and 2 others suspended following racist comments made on air Wednesday morning. Wednesday evening, Cumulus Media, parent company of 97 Rock, said they fired Rob Letterman and, quote, suspended the remainder of the show's on-air talent. We apologize and deeply regret this incident, end quote. The parent company added, Cumulus Media operates from a clearly defined set of programming principles, and there is no question that Rob Letterman's comments made on the Morning Bull show are in direct violation of those principles. Many companies are pulling advertising from the station, including Roswell Park and Rest Her Automotive. The University of Buffalo football team announced that 97 Rock will no longer be the on-air representative of the team's broadcasted games.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh Schmitt here with your High Noon Friday sports update. Your Fredonia Blue Devils kicked off the long-awaited 2021 spring sports season and put up a win and a loss last weekend. The men's baseball team won 7-3 against the visiting Jamestown Jayhawks. Sam Kestra pitched 2 innings where he allowed no hits, and Pat Brigham had a 2-run homer in the 5th inning to help out the Fredonia scoring. The team will look to continue their winning ways tomorrow in a doubleheader against Hilbert. The women's lacrosse team fell to Allegheny last Saturday by a score of 16-6. Fredonia goals coming from Madeline Haney, Bree Emery, and Erin Woods. The lacrosse team will look to bounce back from this loss tomorrow with Geneseo in town. In the NHL, referee Tim Peel has caused some controversy for the league and how the rules are enforced. In Wednesday's game between the Nashville Predators and the Detroit Red Wings, Peel was caught on a hot mic stating that he wanted to give a penalty to make up for a missed call from before. Peel, who has officiated 1,500 NHL games, 90 playoff games, and parts of the 2014 Olympics, was fired by the league despite this being his last season as an official. He was set to retire on the 24th of April. Opening day for the MLB is set for April 1st, with the first game being a matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. The Blue Jays are projected to start home field play in Florida with a prospect of returning to Toronto pending vaccination rollout around the league. Team president Mark Shapiro also noted that he is in talks with the administration of Salem Field in Buffalo on possibly returning there if Toronto is not a viable option. Since the beginning of spring training, the league has administered over 58,000 COVID tests with only 10 players and 3 staffers testing positive, with a positivity rate of 0.2% as of March 19th. You've been listening to your sports update on High Noon Friday on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno.
The Northern Chautauqua Weather Update, being brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
It's your weather girl here, Jules Hoepting, with your 5-day weather forecast. These next few days in Fredonia will be a sample plate of weather, so to say. New York is keeping it interesting, bringing everything from high winds to potential snow to clear sunny skies. Today, showers and possibly a thunderstorm before 1 p.m., then showers are likely. Temperature falling to around 45 by 5 p.m., windy with southwest wind 22 to 27 miles per hour, increasing to 31 to 36 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds can gust as high high as 60 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 80%. Wowza. Tonight, predominantly cloudy with a low around 35, breezy with a wind 16 to 21 miles per hour, decreasing to 7 to 12 miles per hour after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 34 miles per hour nonetheless. Tomorrow, mainly sunny with a high near 54, winds 5 to 13 miles per hour. So, quite a nice day after all that chaos. Tomorrow night, showers likely mainly after 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 42. Sunday, not sunny. Showers likely mainly before 2 p.m., predominantly cloudy with a high around 53. Sunday night, chance of rain showers before 1 a.m., then a chance of rain and snow showers. Mostly cloudy with a low around 30. Monday, mainly sunny with a high near 41. Monday night, mostly clear with a low around 31. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 57. So there you go, a variety of weather. Buckle up your seatbelt and go for a ride. All right, that has been your 5-day weather forecast, and now back to our hosts.
Thanks, Topher, Josh, and Jules. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. To start, here's Just the Facts.
Welcome to Just the Facts, your one-stop shop on High Noon Friday for just the facts, only the facts, just facts, no opinions. I'm your host today, Alex Erwin, along with my friends Hunter.
Hello.
And Chloe.
Hi.
We're going to hop into our first fact. Hunter, I'm going to ask you to share yours.
All right. So, did you know more people live in the state of California than the entire country of Canada?
No, I did not.
It's a fact.
That's a legit fact right there.
It is. It's over by 2 million.
About I was just going to ask you that.
That's wild.
That's crazy, yeah.
California is like pretty big, but like Canada's bigger. Canada is also just like a bunch of empty space.
It is.
Yeah, like near the top.
Well, finding this fact, actually. Double fact, daily double.
Oh, daily double. Okay.
75% of Canadians live within 100 miles of the United States.
Yeah, because they're all like closer, like southern Canada area. Yeah.
Like Toronto.
Yeah.
I think Vancouver.
Like no one's living in the Yukon. You know, only the gold.
It's way cold.
Only the gold rush people are going up there.
A lot of forest.
Right. Yeah.
Have you ever watched the show on like the History Channel or like National Geographic of like the people going up into the Yukon and like digging for gold?
My dad did.
No.
Your dad watched the show or he dug for gold?
No, he watched the show.
Alex, you're such a dad.
How am I a dad? Go.
You watch National Geographic. You read National Geographic.
You read Time Magazine.
You read Time Magazine.
And you enjoy it.
Well, I did choose the topic for this week as geography, so I guess.
That is true.
We probably should have mentioned that, but you know.
We never do.
Well, how about you, Chloe? What's your fact for today?
Okay, so I have a Russia fact. Russia actually spans 11 different time zones.
That's a lot of time.
I know. I don't know how
That's like 11 hours.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's because it's a big country, Hunter.
You can be in one part of Russia at noon, and if you fly very fast enough, like probably breaking...
like fastly?
Like probably breaking the sound barrier.
Very fast enough.
Very fastly. You could get there at 11 at night.
Is that a fact?
Is that fact checked?
It's probably not scientifically correct.
Because you could also do that in the United States.
I'm going to have to
with
call
just
PolitiFact.
less time zones, yeah.
Going to have to call PolitiFact on that one.
Yeah. What's the other one? Snopes?
Snopes?
Snoops.
Snoop Dogg?
No.
Da-da-da-da.
No, you know what I'm talking about? That's copyright. We can't do that.
So my fact for today, I got a good one.
Okay.
I got a good one, right? So Alaska, right? Alaska is both the easternmost and westernmost state in the United States.
How does that work?
It's like most of Alaska, right, is in the western hemisphere. Most of it's on the western hemisphere. But you know like the little tail that comes off Alaska with all the little islands?
Sure. Yeah.
Part of that is in the eastern hemisphere.
Okay.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
Have you guys been to Alaska?
No, but we know that you have.
Thanks for ruining my segue.
Yeah,
I'm so
I was trying to
sorry.
give the man a chance. No, I have not, Alex. Have you?
I have. It's a very nice state. I almost fell off a train in Alaska.
Oh.
I'm not going to ask questions.
I mean, that's quite the feat.
My
Yeah.
grandma went to Alaska.
Yeah.
She's told me many stories.
Alaska's a nice state.
Was it like a snowy part or more of like a non?
Well, I went in the summer, so
Okay, yeah.
it wasn't very snowy.
Yeah. You know, like
very
they think of it as like Antarctica.
It's very green, isn't it?
It's weird. Alaska's like it can be very green or very gray.
Interesting.
They're like I went to like Anchorage. Like
Mhm.
the area around Anchorage is very gray.
Interesting.
It's very like dull. But like I went to Denali
Yeah.
and like that was very green.
Sure.
That went right over Hunter's head.
I'm more focusing on those places.
On what?
On those places.
On those places?
Yeah.
Denali is like a mountain.
Okay. Oh, Mount Denali. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. It clicked.
I was
We'll
thinking
clap for
city.
you. No, you can't clap for yourself. Stop
bad.
it.
And that was just the facts. I'd like to thank my friends Hunter and Chloe for once again joining me on Just the Facts.
You're welcome, Alex.
Hey, no problem, man.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, Chloe. There we go.
That's how we're ending.
Yes.
Another great segment from the Just the Facts crew. Next up is the weekly chat with Spencer Eisenhauer.
Hello and welcome to the Weekly Chat. My name is Spencer Eisenhauer and I'll be your host for today. This week's episode is titled The Expansion of the Universe. Now you might be sitting there listening to this podcast thinking, life is good. Or you might be sitting there thinking, man, I gotta do homework later. Do I have time for this? Yes, you do. Stick around to the end because this is a very interesting topic. And the reason I say that is because one day the universe is going to come to an end. Now, many theorists and astronomers have thought of different ways on how the universe might come to an end. Now, one of which is the Big Rip, theorized by Marcello Descanzi. He said that the universe is going to expand so much that it will literally rip itself apart. That sounds pretty gruesome, but it really could happen. There's this stuff called dark matter and dark energy that makes up most of the stuff in the universe that we can't even see. It's invisible. Scientists and astronomers don't even know really what it is, they just know it's there and that it could soon possibly lead to our demise. It's basically anti-gravity or antimatter. All the stuff that holds matter and nucleus and us and cars and food and water, that's literally the opposite. Everything we know could be ripped apart into single atoms. So that's the Big Rip. Now there is another theory proposed by a man named Andrei Lichnerovich. This theory is called the Big Crunch, which is the polar opposite of the Big Rip. And you could probably tell what this indicates. Yes, exactly. The universe will implode on itself and crunch itself to death. Not fun at all. So scientists are looking up into the sky and seeing galaxies that appear red to them, and they were wondering why. And this is because red light emits red wavelengths, which have longer wavelengths than blue, indicating possibly Big Rip theory. But if they saw galaxies that appear more blue, this would indicate the Big Crunch theory, because blue galaxies indicate that they're moving closer to us, because blue light has shorter wavelengths. Now, these two theories can really summarize a general crazy theory. Are you ready for this? The bouncing universe. Now, since the universe started from nothing, it was a single infinitely dense point, which really wasn't a big bang or a big explosion. It was just a very fast movement of everything expanding into space, creating the universe as we know today. But what was before that? How does everything come from nothing? This is where the bouncing universe theory comes into play. Now, the bouncing universe theory is that there was multiple universes before ours. We are just a small, tiny little fraction of a huge timeline of universes that occurred before us and possibly will occur after. So our universe, in summary, is basically the collapse of a past universe. I know that's a lot to take in, and I know it sounds kind of scary and it really makes your brain hurt, but it's really interesting because where did humans come from? Where did life come from? The universe is an incredible place with explosions, black holes, supernova, pulsars. It is a scary place. It is a dark place. Nobody really knows how it came to be, and nobody really knows how it will end. So take this as a take-home message from today. We got extremely, extremely lucky. What are the odds that all of this played out in our favor? And when I say this, I mean life. What are the odds that I am sitting here today, making this podcast, talking to you, relaying this information so you can pass it on to others? Thank you so much for listening to the Weekly Chat. That is all the time we have today. Make sure you stay tuned for my next episode, which will be titled The Origins of the Solar System. You're listening to 88.9 WCVF, the campus and community voice of Fredonia, and 89.5 WDVL, the Inferno, right here on High Noon Friday. And until next time, I'll talk to you then.
Thanks for the updates, Jackson. Finally, we have something special for you all that are listening. It's time for trivia slightly after 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for a chance to win glorious prizes. This week, we have some wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Chloe.
Hello, I'm Alex.
And I am Hunter.
Cool.
I'm gonna keep
I'm
that.
trying so hard not to
I'm gonna
laugh.
keep those awkward silences in.
Alright.
Great.
This is off to a bad start.
It's
What is
great.
Week 4 of this? Week 3? I don't even know.
I don't know. Whatever.
Time has escaped my mind.
There
Anyway,
there is something special about this group of people, though. If they'd like to say what other thing they do for High Noon for us.
that is right. All you listening, you probably have heard the segments in previous shows, or probably this show, because this show also had a segment. They are the Just the Facts crew, and they do fun segments for us. Yes.
They're like
Why don't
celebrities
you-
at this point.
Yeah,
Just the
exactly.
Yeah, we're local celebrities.
Yes. Everyone
Everyone knows who we are.
radio station knows this wacky group of characters.
And that's
Well, I wouldn't go
just a
that far.
fact.
That's just a fact.
No opinions,
No
just
opinion.
facts.
No opinions, just facts.
Alright. So this is how it works. Usually if we were doing a live show, we would have buzzers or not buzzers, you raise your hand. But since we don't have a live show, you would just scream your name to ring in for an answer. So we're gonna read the question, and if you know the answer, just scream your name, and then you have a chance to earn a point. If you get the question right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, the other people have a chance to steal. At the end of the game, all right, let's just, okay.
Oh my god.
Good job, man.
What was that? All right.
Go ahead, whenever you're ready. Just start the show. The show's going. We're live.
We're gonna keep that in. There's a script in front of me that I have not been reading, but here we go. Here's the drill. The first one to yell their name after the question's read will be able to take a shot at answering the question. Each question is worth a point, and at the end of the game, the person with the most amount of points will be declared the winner. This week's category is food, so let's just dive into it.
Can I
Sorry
start,
for that
Matthew?
whole little thing.
Can I go? Can I be the odd numbers this time?
You want to do? Yeah, you can be.
I noticed in all of my questions were odd, so I figured, hey, might as well.
Yes, you will be odd numbers.
All right, here we go. Trivia start now.
What? Question 1. What makes the cheese Kasu Marzu special from all the other types of gourmet cheese? Is it A, it has the consistency of slime without melting it? B, it uses worms that are placed in its center to ferment the cheese? C, it is considered the sharpest and strongest flavored cheese in the world? Or D, it is only legally allowed to be made in one town on Earth?
Alex.
Alex.
I'm gonna go with D.
D is false.
Ah.
Correct. Yikes.
All right, Chloe.
Chloe.
I'm gonna go A.
A is false.
Oh no.
All right, Hunter.
All right, Hunter, 50-50.
My guess is C.
C is also
Oh!
false.
That's wrong.
It uses worms.
That's right.
Ew.
It's a Sardinian
gross.
cheese, which is Sardinia is a Mediterranean island between Italy and Spain, and the process for making it is nuts. Basically, you just leave it outside with like the outer part of the cheese removed, so then these little cheese flies called Pyophila casei just like go in and they lay their eggs in it, like 500 at a time per fly, and then they hatch in the cheese and just eat the cheese, and it like the acid from their digestive system breaks down the cheese's fats, making the texture very soft.
Yes. So it is known that they do try to take out the larvae at first, but you will probably ingest about 1 or 2.
Yeah, there's usually thousands of maggots in each wheel of cheese.
Yes.
And
It's
that's
pretty
a fact.
cool. That is a
Is
fact.
that a fact?
It is a
I
fact.
don't want to try that.
Wow. Did you guys use Snopes to fact check these all?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not again.
Yes. We
Do you
have
guys
a-
know what Snopes is?
Of course I know what Snopes is. I'm the news director. You want to ask me what Snopes is?
See? See? Okay, so I
That-
mentioned Snopes earlier. and
Wait, who
Alex
doesn't
and
know what
Hunter
Snopes
had no
is?
idea. Alex and Hunter, there was a
Really?
whole argument.
What?
You guys have never heard of
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Snopes.com? Snopes is
Snopes?
the premier fact-checking website.
Snopes is like the Dollar Tree version of PolitiFact.
Oh.
No, PolitiFact is political
came from the
facts.
throat.
Yes.
Where Snopes is everything.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I just get
but
my stuff on Twitter, man.
yeah.
Throw it a Twitter poll. We'll have an Instagram poll for it.
The first fact check I found is here's the title. Is the Joker right that, quote, COVID's over, baby?
Sounds like an Onion article.
It's apparently
Yeah.
a video of some guy dressed as the Joker running around with an American flag saying that COVID's over, which it is not. So, yes. COVID is a real thing, and Snopes is a real thing. So,
Oh my.
I'm gonna give
Glad we
Chloe.
got
I'm gonna give Chloe a Snopes point.
What?
Oh.
Thank
what?
you.
By the way, yeah, this is another thing that we didn't talk about. There are hidden points throughout this game that you can get. So
Oh.
she just earned the exclusive Snopes point.
That was pretty dreadful that none of you got that answer right. So,
Yeah.
on to the
That
next
was
one.
so
That's a
bad.
good start.
Hunter, you were
Hold on,
really
second question.
50-50 too.
I was.
Question.
I heard C
two.
and I was sticking to C.
Okay, for question 2.
All right, Matt. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and say it.
Raisin farmers are required to do what when harvesting their crops? Is it A, give a percentage of the raisins to a national raisin reserve? B, send in a few raisins for inspection by the Raisin Administration Committee? Is it C, use a special tool known as a whirligig to properly harvest them without damaging them? Or is it D, soak the raisins in a vitamin wash to properly preserve them so they don't shrivel even further?
Hunter,
Hunter!
my gut says C.
It
Your gut is
not.
wrong.
That's wrong. Anyone else?
All right, I'll try it.
Who is
I'm
trying
gonna
it?
go D. Chloe, sorry.
D is false.
D is
No.
false.
Right now
So-
you got the 50-50.
50-50, Alex.
Since you don't grow raisins, you grow grapes. I'm going to go with A.
A is correct. A
Has
is
absolutely
Let's
nothing to
go.
do with what you said before. But, okay. You do
raisin farmers.
the raisin reserve.
You have to give a percentage to a national raisin reserve because it was created after World War II by the government in order to control raisin prices. It was run by the Raisin Administration Committee and was enforced by means of marketing order. They later found out in 2015 that the Supreme Court ruled in favor of them and found the
against them. Basically, what happened was that the government was worried that after World War II, raisins would drop in value. So they said, all right, all raisins, you have to give us a bunch of them, so then the price stays the same. They literally ran a government cartel on raisins.
Yes.
And then they were like, this is kind of illegal. So they ended it in 2015. It's nuts. Like, looking at the Wikipedia, there's millions of dollars year after year that they used and basically stole from the farmers. Pretty nuts.
Who would have known that there would have been a huge drama behind raisins? A government conspiracy behind raisins.
Do any of you eat raisins?
And my bagels, that's it though.
Yeah, my bagels.
Yeah, I mean, not really by themselves.
I don't think I've met someone who actively seeks out raisins in a while.
I don't actively seek out raisins, but if you give me a box of raisins, I'll eat it up.
Here's a quote from Daniel Summer, who is the director of University of California's Agricultural Issue Center. He said, "It's a cartel. Let's use the power of the government to operate a cartel."
That's a fact.
Just a fact.
Just a fact.
All right, question number 3. Dum Dum Suckers have a famous mystery flavor. How were those flavors made? A. They'd spin a multicolored wheel on the factory floor a few times to see which ingredients to add. B. Kids of the employees got to occasionally request random flavors. C. They would mix 2 flavors together when switching from one to the next. Or D. One evening an employee accidentally spilled a bunch of one flavor into another.
Alex.
I'm gonna go with B.
B is false.
Chloe. I'm gonna go C.
C is correct. I had to look.
Ding 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 ding.
That's how they used to make them. It was literally like, oh yeah, we're making a bunch of watermelon. All right, now put the cotton candy in. Wait a minute, there's still a bunch of watermelon in the machine. Whatever. That's what they would do. It mixed together, so they'd sell it as random. And then, I guess it's made differently now, but when the Dum Dums company was asked about it, they were like, it's a secret. So it really is a mystery now.
It's definitely the same way. There's no way they changed anything about it.
Yeah. Whatever.
Alrighty. Question 4. How many burgers does McDonald's sell every second? Is it A, 25, B, 75, C, 250, or D, 500?
Hunter. Going B.
B is correct. It is
Ding, ding, ding.
75 burgers every second. So to put it in perspective, that is 4,500 burgers a minute, 270,000 burgers an hour, and 6,480,000 burgers a day. It's a lot of burgers.
That's
on average.
That's smaller than I would have thought it would be.
Well, that's with lunch and dinner rushes and stuff. It's probably more, but just based on that statistic.
On average, yeah.
Okay, fair.
This is my
put the price of a normal McDonald's burger on top of that number, and you can see just how much
money
they make off of burgers alone.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah.
It's pretty nuts, and that's a fact.
Yeah, that's
Just
That's just a fact. No opinion.
No.
just the facts.
Question
Alright,
number
Jack.
5. Which of the following is not a real Food Network show? A. Clash of the Grandmas. B. How to Boil Water. C. Fat Chef. Or D. Dave Likes Soup.
Alex. I'm gonna have to go with C, boil water.
Those are 2 different answers.
Oh, the boil water one.
Boil Water is a real show.
What?
That is false.
That's an
Hunter.
Hunter.
I'm choosing A, but I want it to be a real show anyways.
Clash of the Grandmas is real. It
I'm
is
gonna
a
watch
real show on Food Network.
Okay.
Chloe,
Alright,
you got a
I guess I'll have to give it
50-50.
shot.
This is so embarrassing if I get it wrong. I'm gonna go D.
D. Dave likes soup.
Yeah.
That is correct. That is not a real show.
Okay.
Fat
'Cause I
Chef
figured
is
Fat
a real
Chef
show.
Yeah.
I feel like that is.
I love it, Fat
Dave likes
Chef.
soup.
I was really struggling to come up with a fake TV name because I found the list on the Food Network website. Some other real shows include Two Fat Ladies, Made for Two with Topless Baker, Have Cake Will Travel, as well as Have Fork Will Travel, Grill Power, Do You Even Food, Barefoot Contessa, and Big Cheese.
Right, hear me out. Barefoot, it's not Contessa, it's Barefoot Contessa. Barefoot Contessa was great because when my mom used to watch Food Network all the time, Barefoot Contessa would come on, and her whole shtick is that she is supposed to be this soft-spoken old lady that makes very beautiful southern dishes. And it is honestly one of the most soothing shows I've ever seen.
But why is she? Why is it barefoot?
I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like wearing shoes.
Talking about all these food shows really makes me want to play Order Up on the Nintendo Wii.
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
I miss that game.
All right, question 6. A sommelier, or a wine professional found in fine dining establishment, must take a test to receive their certification. What is not a topic found on the certification exam? Is it A, wine tasting, B, wine history, C, wine theory, or D, wine service?
Alex.
Alex, what is it?
I'm gonna go with wine service.
That is incorrect.
No.
I suck at this.
Wine service is in fact a part of the exam.
Hunter.
Alright. Oh, sorry, Hunter.
We're gonna go B.
Wine history.
Wine history
Yes.
is correct. It is multi-stage. So wine tasting does come first, and then to cleanse the palate, as they say, wine theory comes second, and then wine service comes third to showcase their talents. So the exam is considered to have one of the highest failure rates of any test in the world, with a pass rate for professional sommeliers at only 10%.
And it's not one of, it is the hardest test.
Oh my.
Only 9 candidates.
Interesting.
Another little fun quip that Jackson wrote down here is only 9 candidates are reported to have ever passed the exam on a first try. Given the high failure rate, each candidate has 3 years in which to try to pass. So, yeah, you'd think that your tests are hard
And
now.
you get, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Alright, before we get into this next question, where is everyone from? I'm from Western New York.
Me too. I'm from Buffalo.
Okay.
I'm from Long Island.
The island.
Yeah.
I'm also from Western New York.
Okay, so Alex may be at a disadvantage here.
Uh-oh.
Deep fried chicken wings have long been a staple of Southern cooking, but the concept of cooking wings in peppery hot sauce was born in 1964 at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York. How and why? Was it A, the bar wanted to invent their own special menu item, so they bought a bunch of chicken wings for cheap and tossed them in a local hot sauce? B, the owner of the bar tossed leftover wings in hot sauce one night after closing and gave them to her son and his friends? C, a most likely drunk patron spilled hot sauce across his wings and made everyone there try them? Or D, after a win, the University at Buffalo football team hazed their new running back by forcing him to eat a wing they drenched in hot sauce, which he liked a lot?
Alex.
Chloe.
Oh,
I
Alex
know
was
it.
first.
No.
He buzzed first.
I'm going to say B.
B is correct.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
I went to the Anchor Bar in Niagara. That's how I knew that.
It's very good.
Yeah. I've been there too.
That seems like just a really fun place to go to, just for the history of it.
It is.
Yeah, it's really
they're very
cool.
good. So, yeah, the co-owner of the bar just tossed them up. There's also supposedly she ordered chicken necks, but got wings instead. I guess I don't know what the hell that's about. But she gave them to the kids, and they liked them so much they put them on the menu the next day, and she served them with celery sticks and blue cheese, and they were an instant hit. So the guy who sold them the hot sauce went on the road with the owner's son to promote the item and sell the hot sauce, and it just caught on gradually, and it hit the big time in the 90s when franchises started their own versions.
Talking about Western New York food, there is apparently one thing that I still have not tried that is like a Western New York classic, and that is a Ted's hot dog. I still want to try one.
Oh my gosh, dude, Ted's is the best.
Yes.
Yes.
Ted's
What's
is
the
only place
difference?
to get a hot dog.
What's the difference between a Ted's hot dog and a regular hot dog?
What's the difference between
It's
a Ted's hot
superior.
dog and a Ted's hot dog?
Sorry for asking questions.
Long Islander.
We'll take a
gatekeeping of
food
hot
trip
dogs.
sometime, but like Ted's Hot Dogs, it's an establishment from Western New York, largely Buffalo, Orchard Park, and stuff. I don't know what the original one was, but that's where the mine are. They grill them on a charcoal grill. It's Salem's Hot Dogs, which is a Western New York hot dog brand. They grill them right in front of you on that charcoal grill, and it's just great. So when I found out that Five
apparently
Guys
go to
made
the wrong side of Western New York.
Yeah. When I found out that Five Guys made their hot dogs on a stove, I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, they cut them in half, and they, like, lay them on, a stove. I'm like, what the, what? It's a crime.
That does sound like a crime.
It's a crime. No opinion, just a crime.
Just a cry.
Before I start crying about how I'll never actually eat a Ted's hot dog, let's move on to question 8.
You can.
Wait. When a food is prepared... Okay. When a food is
Like, we can
prepared
go whenever you want.
a la broche, how is it prepared? Is it A, with a mushroom sauce, B, on top of toasted bread, C, on skewers, or D, with a side salad to cleanse the palate?
The phrase was a la broche.
A la broche.
Or a la broche.
I
don't know.
The little quip that Jackson wrote down on the bottom, it says, it's French.
That's all I
Thanks.
can find on it.
That helped me a lot now.
Really help. Can you repeat the answers?
Yes.
Yeah.
A. Is it A, with a mushroom sauce? B, on top of toasted bread? C, on skewers? Or D, with a side salad to cleanse the palate?
A la broche. Yes, Alex. Please.
So, my dad's a professional chef, so if I get this wrong, he's gonna be disappointed in me. A.
Uh-oh!
You've lost your father's love and respect.
No!
Oh no.
Can we get a Fortnite dance for Alex losing his father's respect?
Family honor.
All right,
Hunter.
Chloe.
Oh, Hunter came in first.
Uh,
Can I guess B?
No, that is incorrect as well. Chloe with a chance
I
to
think I
steal.
got it.
Chloe, what is it?
I'm gonna go C for Chloe.
That is correct. It is on
Bing.
skewers. Like Jackson wrote down, it's French. That's literally.
I don't know
it.
French, I guess.
I looked up
should've gone for the weirdest
broche, and it's like, yeah, it's a brooch, like a thing you'd wear. And I'm like, okay. I guess it's
Okay.
because it, when you put a brooch, I don't know, don't you pin them like onto your?
Yeah, they're like pins.
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't
I guess
wear
it
that.
makes sense.
I wear
So-
sweatshirts and t-shirts.
What is an a la broche?
It's like foods that you literally just. It's sort of like hors d'oeuvres, but instead of like cooking them beforehand, you put them on the skewer and then cook them on the skewer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
the cake French people cook on a spit is one thing. It's called. Oh God, please forgive me, French. Gâteau à la broche. That was Italian, but
Italian. What's that?
I'm Italian.
Italian.
If I try to do French, it'll just be a mistake, and I
You have
just
to put some like
should've.
guttural sounds in there.
that sounded more like
Croissant.
like I don't know, a hate crime than it did a French. All right, question 9. What was the first fast food restaurant ever to open in the United States? White Castle, Long John Silver's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, or Whataburger?
Hunter.
Hunter.
It's White Castle.
It is White Castle. Look at that.
That's correct.
Wow.
It was founded in 1916. Some guy opened a hamburger stand with an $80 loan and expanded it to 4 locations. Then the guy who was a real estate broker that eventually became the CEO bought in, and in 1921 they established the first chain of small restaurants, selling burgers at 5 cents a stack. It's nuts.
A stack?
Yeah, 5-cent burgers by the stack. It says.
That's awesome. I wish.
Huh.
We don't have any White Castles around here, right?
No, they're
I don't think so.
White
I
Castles
think
are
it's more of a
rare.
West Coast thing.
Yeah, because they only sell the sliders and like the frozen pack.
Let me see where the nearest White Castle is.
Those are tasty though. I love those.
They are good, but I feel like the real deal is it's just so stopping.
The
Yeah, of course.
nearest White Castle is a Wendy's in Orchard Park, and the nearest actual White Castle is in Cleveland.
Cleveland. Oh, no.
Road trip.
I literally searched White Castle and Wendy's came up.
I say
Alrighty.
road trip to the White Castle.
Go to
road
Ted's if
trip,
anything. It's
just
closer
the
and better.
fact.
We should go to Ted's.
They have Loganberry at Ted's,
Oh.
man. On Fountain.
Loganberry.
So
Loganberry is
good.
also another Western New York thing I've experienced for the first time. Jackson, and it's great.
Jackson.
Do you guys know what Loganberry is?
Yes, I have
So good.
6 2-liters in my room.
A berry.
It is a berry. Based off of what? What berries
like a-
combined? If you can tell
Logan.
me, I will give you a point.
I'm
Yeah,
going
the
to
Logan,
say
infamous Loganberry point.
the infamous
Loganberry.
I'm
It's a
going
combination
to
of 2
say,
berries.
Blueberry and blackberry.
You're half right, but I will not tell you which is correct.
Blackberry and raspberry.
Hey, look at that.
It's actually
Hey.
Correct.
Loganberry points.
Gets the infamous Loganberry.
Nice.
Raspberry
Keep in
was
mind,
gonna
those
be my
points,
second choice.
those secret points can be worth more than 1 point. So you never know who's gonna be in the lead by the end.
They could also be worth
Alright.
negative points because I have the default
could.
dance losing dad respect point.
Is Jackson
Wow.
just gonna take the win again?
I don't
The
know. This
restaurant-
performance? Maybe.
The restaurant Ed DeBevick's is a popular tourist attraction in Chicago, Illinois. For what reason? Is it A, the restaurant has 5 floors, each with a different theme? B, the restaurant has the most expensive sandwich in the US? C, the restaurant has a challenge where if you eat 4 signature burgers and 1 pound of fries with no drink, you get the meal for free? Or D, the staff is intentionally rude to you?
Alex.
Alex.
I'm gonna go with C.
C
No.
is incorrect.
No.
That is not right. Anyone else? Chance to steal?
Wait, which one was C?
That was
The
the
challenge.
burger challenge.
Oh.
That was incorrect. So your choices
Hunter.
are the
Hunter.
restaurant has Hunter.
I think D is something else, so I'm gonna go B.
B is
B
wrong.
is incorrect.
Wah, wah.
If it's
Chloe,
D,
you
I'm
have
dead.
2 choices.
Oh man.
A or D.
All right, I hope it's D just to like get at Hunter. I don't know if that's right, but I'm gonna go D.
D is
D
correct.
is correct.
Imagine.
You got him. All right, so literally on the website, it's an amazing website in case you want to check it out. It's great, and on their about page, it has lines just like Ed DeBevick was born in a small Midwestern town to a blue-collar couple who went by the names of Ed's mom and Ed's dad. Yeah. Also, there's another one that says, on October 4th, 2015, Ed shut and locked the door for the last time until he could prove to himself and the world that he served the world's smallest sundae. Because they were closed. So.
Basically, like the about page says, like, yeah, everything was going fine in Ed's restaurant. People loved it until one day someone said, "Nah, I found a smaller sundae in Florida," and then it like describes this like big, like midlife crisis he has that he wasn't able, that he wasn't sure if he served the world's smallest sundae or not. So then he told his staff that they had to close until he like
Also-
finished his global tour.
Also, if you want to,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna read out their pandemic hours right now. So on Monday they're closed. On Tuesday they're also closed. On Wednesday they are also closed. On Thursday they are also closed. On Friday, though, they're open from 1 p.m. to 1:01 p.m. On Saturday and Sunday, they are both closed.
So you have 1 minute to
Alright.
get a burger.
Yeah, thanks, Ed.
Get out.
Also, they're based in Illinois, but the website links to somewhere in Manhattan. Like, it looked like a pharmacy when I clicked on it. I didn't get it, but whatever.
Yeah.
They rickrolled us.
Question 11. The Coca-Cola Company, which Matt spelled with, can someone spell Coca-Cola for me? Just for fun. Someone spell Coca-Cola.
COCA. COLA.
Yeah?
Oh! Jackson gets the negative 1. the
No,
negative
because you spelled it, sir. COKE-A-COLA.
What?
No.
That
No,
is
no,
how
no,
you
no.
spelled it, and we can go back in the
Alright.
version history to check it. Because
no,
when I came
okay,
across
believe
this
you, because
document,
I remember writing it. It was, if you see in the version history also, you will see what time I wrote this in. What time does that say, Jackson?
let's see, I don't know. I didn't do this. 5:21 a.m. What the hell were you
Yeah.
doing?
Here's a fact. Matt's wrong. That is
a
never how you
fact.
spell it.
I blame it on the fact I wrote it at 5 in the morning.
It looked pretty rough.
You're just deflecting.
I went through like I was
No.
peer reviewing. I was like, out, grammar, fix. It's pretty rough. Anyway, the Coca-Cola Company had one of the worst marketing failures in history when they decided to replace the well-known and loved soda with, quote, New Coke, which promised a smoother and sweeter taste, but disappointed the entire world instead. New
Oh.
Coke was only on the shelves for how long before it was removed from stores because of the backlash? Is it A, 25 days, B, 77 days, C, 6 months, or D, a year?
Hunter,
Hunter.
can I go B?
B is correct. 77 days. The company reintroduced the original Coke formula within 3 months, rebranded as Coca-Cola Classic, resulting in a significant sales boost, which led to speculation that the new Coke formula had been just a marketing ploy to stimulate sales of the original Coke, which the company has denied. But, pretty coincidental, right?
Yeah, it's pretty shady.
Alright, this is question 12. Why don't we read the scores real quick before we get into question 12 and the tiebreaker?
So if I've been accurately reading this off, Chloe has 4 points and a Snopes point, Alex has 2 points, a Loganberry point, and a Default Dance Disappointed Dad point, and Hunter has 4 points.
Easy.
Okay,
Okay.
last question, guys. You never know. Maybe this question will decide who the true winner is. Alright, question 12. Which M&M color had to be briefly discontinued in the 1970s due to a food coloring controversy that sparked the nation? Is it red, blue, green, or yellow?
Alex.
Alex,
Blue.
it is
Why?
not blue.
Why would it be blue?
Hunter.
Hunter.
Hunter,
Green.
it is
Why?
not green
Why would it
either.
be green?
Wait, what are the other two options?
Red and
Red
yellow.
or yellow?
I'm gonna go yellow.
Are you people
What?
kidding me?
No.
Literally, I looked at this
No.
question and I was like, it's red. Have you guys never heard of the red food coloring controversy?
I thought it was the blue food color.
No,
No.
red food coloring is what everyone is. It's like right up there with trans fats and saturated fats. At least in my health classes,
So-
like look out for red food dye number 2.
Yeah.
It'll kill you.
Oh,
There's a
like
whole
red 40.
controversy.
This is a
linking it
big-
to cancer in humans.
Yeah, this is a
So,
big block. Would you like me to go through it, or you got it?
Oh.
Yeah. There's a whole thing coming down to it. Everyone was really skeptical about the red number 2 food coloring. So they were like, no, we got to do some more tests on it. And there is actually packages on sale without the red M&Ms that go for a lot of money, which is kind of nuts. You can look it up on eBay.
Testing never
Or-
proved that to be dangerous, by the way. But M&Ms were like, yeah, we should probably just not have red M&Ms for the time being. So they pulled them.
Interesting.
And then in 1982, some undergrad at University of Tennessee started like a spam organization called the Society for Restoration and Preservation of Red M&Ms, which he just sent mail to everyone at the time saying he misread M&Ms. You could get a lifetime membership for 99 cents. And in 1983, he got a membership application from none other than the PR manager at M&M's.
That's great. Amazing. All right, we do have a tiebreaker question. We always read the tiebreaker question because you never know what will arise from the tiebreaker question. So, according to an analysis, what is the most hated food in America? Is it bologna, anchovies, olives, or beets? Also, Jackson, I apologize. This was supposed to be your question.
I won't lose any sleep over it.
Can you read A and D again?
Bologna beets.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Wait, then what?
Bologna.
Bologna.
Anchovies.
Hunter.
Or beets.
Hunter.
Can I go beets?
Beets is not the most hated food.
Who likes beets?
I don't know. Dwight Schrute, ever
Alright.
heard of him?
I'll go for it.
No.
Ah, true. You have a point. Can I guess? Chloe?
I don't know, can you?
You're not allowed.
Oh. Okay, Matt.
No, you can guess.
I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'm gonna guess. I'll say olives.
Olives is correct.
Is it really?
Yes.
Yes. This
This,
study also further broke down the most hated food by each state. New York's matching the nations in hating olives.
I love olives.
I love olives too. That fact is wrong.
That's why it surprised me, because I looked at the graph, and like across most states, olives was the most hated food, but other ones
What's
on
that?
there were
What
turkey
type of olive
bacon,
is it?
eggplant, carrots, and sushi.
Carrots?
What?
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
Sushi's good.
Sushi's delish.
What type of
Why?
olives are they talking about too? The black
Olives.
ones, the green ones, or
Olives in general.
why?
I don't
They're
know.
wrong.
I don't
Oh,
like olives personally,
weird.
but
You don't like any food.
that's true.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's just a fact. Not an
That was a
opinion.
zinger.
No
Just a
opinion.
fact.
Just a fact.
All
Alright,
right.
Matt, I will
Jackson, read
read
'em
the,
out.
the standings, and then you'll tell me who won.
Yes. I will.
So we have Chloe with 5 points and a Snopes point. Alex with 2 points, a Loganberry point, and a Default Dance Disappointed Dad point. And Hunter with 4 points. And the winner
Alright.
is...
The winner is. Well, first we'll go down.
Down the
we'll start
line.
from the bottom up.
So
We're gonna go from 3
in
to
last
1.
place,
In last place, I apologize. Alex, you are in
Yeah.
last place.
Yeah, I figured.
Default
Aw.
Dance Disappointed Dad point was a negative 5 points.
What?
Oh, whoa!
Rip.
Negative.
Rip.
That was
That's
bad.
so
It was.
much.
My
Yeah,
friend just
it
got
was-
downed.
He listen. He risked it by saying that he should know it, but he didn't get it right, and that's.
I
the
mean,
risk
he
you're
that
willing
he went all
He's
in.
going through enough now that his dad's gonna be disappointed. I think that's
Yeah.
enough.
I gotta rethink my life now.
Oh no.
I mean, if you got that one right, you would have gotten more points.
Yeah.
In
Next
the
place.
next step up
Next.
is Hunter with a straight 4 points. So that means drumroll please, the winner is Jackson DiCarlo. Jackson
Whoa.
DiCarlo wins with a Ted's gatekeeping point as well as a Western New York lover point. Each equivalent of 10 points. He wins with 20 whole points. Jackson, you are the winner.
Oh God.
20 points.
Let's go.
With 20 points.
I
You
do
were
agree
close.
with the Ted's hot dog one.
That's
you
true.
were very
You do have
close.
excellent taste.
Jackson,
I
what do you have
wasn't
to
exactly
say as the winner?
saying it's gatekeeping. The gates to Ted's are far open and welcome to all. I'm a certified Ted's ketchup captain, by the way. But
If I remember
Oh, nice.
correctly, though, you
Yeah.
were the one that said difference between Ted's hot dogs and the normal hot dog.
oh yeah,
That's
but that's like
Oh yeah.
that's me mocking the fool for not knowing. But you know, he's more than welcome to have a Ted's hot dog. In fact, I invited him and everyone else here to go get Ted hot dogs.
Let's do it.
Well, the point is that Jackson,
down.
you won. What do you have to say as the winner for 3 weeks in a row, Jackson?
Oh, jeez, it's such an honor to be yet again the victor of this. I started in humble beginnings, like actually winning, and
That's
then
not a fact.
winning through other elections, and then now I'm just here. I have unlimited power, and none shall dethrone me.
We always refer back to the answer whenever someone asks, "What? That doesn't make sense. How did Jackson win? How did he win? Because he's good at trivia. That's why.
true.
He's very good at trivia.
It's very true.
That's a fact.
No opinions.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Factual.
But you guys have earned the right to say I learned about Ted's hot dogs. So congratulations for being on the show.
Yeah.
Wow,
for coming
thank you
on.
guys. It's been an honor.
But yeah, make sure to check them out. Just the Facts crew. They always have some fun doodads
I
going on.
thought you were gonna
on
say Ted's hot dogs.
Well, this is also a
That
shout-out.
too.
Ted's, can you please sponsor us?
You guys should do an episode on Ted's hot dogs.
Yes.
Okay.
We will see to it that Ted use this and gets you a sponsorship.
We'll do a hot dog episode.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
I'm down.
But yeah, everyone listening, be sure to check them out. They're doing some really cool things at the station. You won't want to miss them. When's your showtime again?
For Just the Facts, it's part of High Noon. We're usually the first segment.
Yeah, that's right. So be sure to tune into all the other segments. All the other shows. That's right.
Can't tell if that was like a baited answer or he genuinely did not know.
Oh no, that's just me trying to get everyone to continue to listen to High Noon.
Sure.
So you actually already listened to Just
Do you
the
have
Facts
any other
today.
fantastic shows you'd like to plug?
Well, personally, I have a show on 88.9 WCBF called Rollin' Records, where I pretty much go through my record collection, play some music on vinyl, and just, discuss, talk about random things, have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. I have a show too.
Yeah?
My show, it's called VGS Let's Talk Gaming. We talk about gaming, and it's on Thursdays from 6 to 7.
When the board works.
When the board works. When Alex isn't there.
Hey, it was an amazing episode.
It was very good.
We burned FRS to the ground.
And from the ashes rose Matt and I as guests. Well, thanks again, folks, for coming on, but it's time to end the show. So we'll send it back to the hosts, who just so happen to also be us.
Wow, remember when you said we were running the same bit over and over again?
I changed it because I didn't ask a question. I just said it was us.
All right,
See?
well, yeah,
Watch.
send
I'm
it back
about to say.
That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us, and make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCVF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
Our producers and scriptwriters are me, Jackson DiCarlo.
And me, Matthew Gillespie. Sports is prepared and written by Josh Schmitt. News is read by Topher Elkins, and weather is by Jules Hoepting. Tune in next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. I'm Matt Gillespie.
And I'm Jackson DiCarlo. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next week. Same time, same place.
Bye-bye.
Bye.